Right, ready to go.
The garment I'm going to be producing is going to be for a perfume advert. The perfume is called Glowing, and it's by Jennifer Lopez. I thought it would work really well with the lighting that obviously I'll be putting into it, which will be within the skirt. This is just all the material testing I did. Obviously the top bits, the bottom three are paper, because originally I was thinking about making it out of paper because I thought it would be completely different to what everyone else would be doing, which was actually using like textiles. And the top ones are just different fabrics. The one just beside that is just literally an old curtain net that I thought might be a really cool idea to use. So I just experimented with some of that kind of stuff. The LED lights I'm going to plan to use underneath the skirt to almost create a glow effect on the floor, obviously relating to the name of the perfume again. The fairy lights will be within the skirt, so I know I'm going to be using them, so I put them on there as well. And then all the fastening options, like buttons, hoop clips, like split pins and things, I'm probably going to use a zip, because it seems like the easiest option. And obviously time's quite short at the moment as well, without running out of a lot of time to be able to put together a solid piece. I put the name up there because I don't actually know how it's pronounced, but this is the artist I was influenced by. I really liked how big the style of the dresses were. That one and that one over that side is wedding dresses, but I liked the idea of how big they were and the style that they used. So that's where I got my main influence from the skirt, and the top half of the garment that I created was actually from an advert that I looked at. These are just some initial ideas, obviously trying to carry on with the big style, so I did big shoulders like on that one, fairy lights coming in from the corner, and like down the sides of dresses and stuff. I looked at similar existing. These are all perfume adverts. I was looking at the lighting for the most part to see what they do, like with lights. Like it's quite a big part of the actual advert itself. The one called Midnight, I really liked the light writing that we did. And when I saw that, it looked like the light painting. So I was like, oh, I really like that idea. Like it's kind of enhancing parts of the image. And I was also looking at the colours as well. Like the colours are all very similar in adverts. So I started looking at the connotations so that I could start choosing colours for my own. This is obviously the perfume that I'm going to be promoting, and this is their original poster. The reason I would be producing another one is because they may need to re-advertise if sales aren't doing so well. So I figured that if I did something else, it might entice people to buy it again. They've used light writing in this one as well, which is what I'm going to be experimenting with, like to include. I really like the colour, obviously gold, kind of links to wealth and the like gold is success and triumph and stuff. So obviously, like I want this product to be successful, and I want the poster to successfully sell this product. So that's why I'll be putting gold in it. This is basically just finalising everything together. Obviously, that's the design, the materials I'm going to be using. The torch is there for when I do my light writing. I haven't actually got any experiments just yet of the light writing, but I will be doing that very soon. The colours that I'm going to use, the material in the middle obviously is like a net, and I'm going to be using lilac and light blue netting to make it not white, but I don't have any of that colour at the moment. I chose lilac because I looked at the connotations for it, and it said that it relates to the fantasy world, and obviously in a fantasy world, like you have lights in clothes, like it's not in the real world that you have that kind of thing. So I thought that worked really well, like lilac representing that kind of thing. And light blue is kind of relates to being calm and relaxed and peace, health, and that's all that I wanted the perfume advert to kind of portray. Obviously, don't want anyone to look at it and be like, oh my god, there's too much going on. So I thought light blue was like a really nice colour to use. They're quite soft colours, so it's quite a calming advert. And also lilac is a feminine colour as well, so obviously it relates very much so to girls. The target audience will be late teens, early 20s. Obviously these are the kind of girls that are going to be buying new perfumes when they come out because they're constantly looking for one that they like. The unique selling point for this will be the way I'm presenting it. When I photograph it, I'm going to have it so that the model looks as if she's hovering above the floor by using LED lights under the skirt. It's different because I haven't seen a perfume advert like it. Like, they're all quite seductive, whereas this one's more about the lighting on it and how it looks futuristic. That the lights are the important part, not necessarily the dress itself. The budget is quite low. Like, all these materials I've got at home anyway. Like, I bought the LED lights already. They were only £3 for 6. That was really good. The fairy lights literally cost me like a couple of pounds as well. I need to get some of the netting in different colours, but that netting there for like 3 meters I think was like £4 something. So it's going to be a really cheap budget and really easy to put together. I said that I was going to use a zip to put the dress together, but what I'm actually going to do, because of time and constructing the whole dress is going to take a long time to do, I'm going to zip the skirt up, but with the top half of the dress, because it's going to be the same material, I'm literally going to tuck it into the front and then tie it up at the back around the neck like a halter neck, so that it's literally just easily worn, and it's not time consuming to keep putting on and off. Like, it can literally just be tucked in. And I'm also going to be using a ribbon around the waist to hide all of the construction of obviously the making of the skirt and pushing the top in, so it kind of like finishes it off nicely. That's it.
Yes, I've got a question. How does your product help society? You just basically do it in an advert for the thing. Like, their product, Lucy was trying to like relate to a charity to help things. Like, mine was trying to be social awkwardness. How are you gonna help people?
Doesn't necessarily have to.
Yeah, I didn't think it had to have a link like
it didn't
that.
have to have some sort of relative to some kind of problem or anything. It can be for an advert. But if you were to,
Yeah, say if you were to, how could you? In the future, 5 years time, how could this help society?
It probably could have, because obviously I've chosen to do it for an advert, so it's not going to be a long-term thing. So I can't really turn it around and be like, okay, this would be helpful
you've
to
already made
society
your
in
mind up
5
on what
years.
it's going to be. So, why that perfume brand?
I was literally just looking at adverts, obviously like that one down there, and I came across the glowing one, and obviously glowing relates really well to light, so that's why I was like, I'm going to promote that using light writing and lights within the dress.
Sometimes you'll find, as a designer, you've made something, and then, you know, a competition comes up, or, you know, things come up, and that you can go, oh, actually, my stuff slots into here quite effectively, you know, or you'll have created something you don't know why for your portfolio, and then you need later on an outlet for that, so you have to go and physically find those kind of things. Does that make sense? It can work the other way around, rather than getting a brief first and making something towards those things. But it seems like you made, you know, it's quite an effective brief, you know, to create something for that. It's a particular product that needs some, I mean, it's fashion related, right, anyway, So it needs a physical, visual form to sell itself. You know, they can't.
But then, if she's doing it for the perfume ad, wouldn't that collapse? Like, it's a dress and there's a perfume. What is selling?
Well,
are you
no,
selling
because
are
when
you
I
selling the
looked at-
perfume or are you selling the dress?
Well, when I looked at perfume adverts, it's all very much based on what they were wearing. Like even TV adverts, not poster ones, they're all very much based around what they look like. Like no one really cares. Sometimes you'll watch an advert and be like, I have no idea what that's linked to, and it'll be perfume. You don't get that straight away, and that's pretty much what I'm doing with this. Like it's about the glow. So obviously at the end you'll see the connection. Like when you see that it's for a perfume, you'll see the connection there. It's not straight away and it's not obvious.
You've got a very straight, you've got it. I'm finding it hard to come up with a question because you've pretty much answered. It's so like you conveyed it so well. I can't think of a question. I literally can't. I'm finding it really difficult to come.
Bart's got a question.
Yeah, actually, when I first saw your design, the first one, and then the other one, it's quite simple. I mean, that's not something so bizarrely futuristic new, but it doesn't have to be. So my question is actually how you want to present it. I actually gave the same question before, but it's really interesting to see how you're gonna actually present it in the photos, like, because it's very, very difficult for us to create something new and we don't know how it's gonna look like. So when we see a design, which it looks kinda okay, normal now, we expect, of course, to combine it with light and, colors maybe. So it would be really nice to hear what you have in mind to present it, how it's gonna be looking like on the photos, for example. I mean, it's gonna be like, where are gonna be the light source coming from, or how you want to combine it with the colors, because you actually gave us 3 colors you actually like, but is it gonna be something much more newer or much more futuristic or much more special than the other designs we saw? I don't know if you get my point. I have really troubles to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take the photos in the college studio. I haven't decided on a colour of the backdrop, but obviously you're saying about the colours that I liked. It's going to be lilac and light blue material, and the gold that I'm using is going to be for the light writing. So obviously the light writing is going to play a big part in promoting it, in how it's going to come out. It's going to look like a poster, like one of the ones I've just showed you.
That's what you're finding.
Yeah, when I print it out,
you're gonna go try and
I'm going to edit on the
and
perfume. Yeah, so when I print it out, it's going to look like a perfume advert poster for like a bus stop or something.
You say the colours you like, but what those colours not necessarily the trend?
Not even necessarily the trend, but if they don't even link to the perfume themselves.
Yeah, because you say gold, but your colours.
Well, the perfume bottle was sort of goldish.
Yeah.
But like the blue and the pink, the sort of sandy colour I understand, but not the pink and blue.
Well, I just obviously like there's quite a lot of blues and purples used in the ones I've looked at, and obviously so I looked at the connotations to it. Light blue is obviously relaxation, and purple is feminine. So that's why I've chosen those colours. Obviously, if they don't look right, I'm going to try different colours. But the reason I went against red, which is a typical perfume advert, is because it's quite a powerful colour, and it's more about being seductive. Whereas I'm not trying to portray that in my poster. I'm just trying to go for the subtle. It's about the lights kind of look.
I was just saying because you even mentioned in the 5th slide that most of those posters, the dress and the lighting and everything pretty much has one colour, if not 2.
Yeah.
But they all match.
What's the question? I'm confused.
Well,
I think we're getting a little bit pedantic about the colours. There's other things to resolve still. I think what Bart said is a good point. Why the studio? Because other fashion magazines or perfume ads do that?
No, I was thinking because when I first started looking at ideas, I had no idea I was going to do a perfume advert, and I was thinking maybe in the woods and stuff, but obviously I wouldn't use that kind of thing for a perfume advert, so I thought a nice plain coloured background, because the light writing is going to be the most of the effect for the background. So I just figured that I needed something simple behind.
I think that there's opportunity to think that through a little bit more. What do you want the perfume to do? What are you communicating visually about this product? So come and buy this product because da-da-da. Does that make sense? Not because this girl looks great in this light stuff, but because your aura is going to be noticed, connecting something noticeable by other people, or it will make you feel noticed in public, you know, so then you would photograph it in public, everybody looking. Or does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, we need to know what you're communicating about this product. It's called Glow. What is that? Glow healthy? Well, that will inform your color scheme. You know, what is it about this product that needs to be put across to the audience so that they buy it? That's a question.
Sorry, say again?
What is it about this product that you're communicating to the audience?
Well, obviously I'm trying to sell the perfume.
Yes.
So, and obviously it's called Glow. So I guess I could link it with the colours being healthy, because obviously light blue is like a health colour anyway.
That was just a speculative idea.
Yeah, no, I'm
Glow
saying I
means
could
something
use
very
that.
particular to me. I know how I would market this product instantly. What does it mean to you? And that should inform everything else, really. Where you photograph it, the colours, the shape. And at the same time, the dress. It's your interest in the dress. I don't see the connection with Glow. Does that make sense? Somehow the shape of the dress, if she is going to be wearing a dress, which is why maybe JLo was not wearing anything before, but if she is wearing a dress, how does that relate to the concept of Glow?
Because the lights, the fairy lights are going to be in the skirt.
Yeah, but
And
it
it's
could
gonna be underneath
It could
the
be in a
skirt.
t-shirt. It could be in it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Why that particular shape of dress? You focused on one, which is a wedding dress, very much. How does that relate to Glow?
It looks like a ballerina dress.
Does that make sense? So in a way, they're really good things to be thinking about, but you kind of need to have thought about them. You've got a good solution, a good product to work with. Yeah. Ollie was completely convinced.
No, I just think
The
I
thing
like
is
the
that
idea. It was a good
I'm
idea.
not seeing the connection to Glow and the USP, because it sounds like it's going to be very much like lots of other ads. Whereas if you identify uniquely to you what Glow means to you, you will find that USP even more, and it will stand out from other ads, which is what you want it to do. Yeah, you want it to be completely different. Surely.
Yeah.
No, you want to like find an original kind of
Well,
perfume
she's
ad.
not going to be standing, obviously. I am just going to do her levitating, hence the glow underneath. So that's going to be quite different from
Yeah.
others.
Have you seen the Alien, Terry Mugler? That's floating. Have a look at that. Josh has got a question.
What to say? Like, when you do go to photograph it, you kind of thinking about doing it like really dark conditions, so you get to like see the glow like properly.
Well, I'm
Right.
going to do the light writing separately
Yeah.
from obviously photographing the model, and then I'm going to layer it together in Photoshop. So the glow should be fairly bright anyway, because I'm doing it on a black background.
Also, you're like combining two
Yeah.
aspects.
Any other questions? Thanks ever so much, Lauren.